2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee. We have a knocking noise in the engine. The 4.7 V8. I'm mounted with Jeep Grand Cherokee. I still cannot pinpoint the sound. I'm about to take out the oil pan. It sounds like the oil pan, but it could be the flywheel. And we are taking out the oil pan to check out any raspberry issues. So taking down the Jeep Grand Cherokee oil pan is not a fun job. So we're going to take down the Y exhaust pipe, which is like V8. So we're going to disconnect the pipes, which I already have done that. It's up there. You can see the neck. And it's another one on the other side, which is like this. I already took it out. They are 15 millimeters bolts. The job of taking the oil pan down is taking down the exhaust system. So there's the pan and there's the exhaust. So once you take down the exhaust, the pen has a 10 millimeter, I believe, bolts all around. It's a big one. I did remove the starter yesterday, so that was on the passenger side, 2 bolts. And that way I can have access to the right side exhaust neck, so that was easier. So I'm ready right now to disconnect and pull down the pipes, but they kind of stuck up in the manifold, so I tried to pull them yesterday. Although they are disconnected, they don't want to come out, so maybe a little pulling, we can get it out, and maybe we can move the exhaust backwards. I'll let you know. Okay, the exhaust is out. Now I'm going to work on the oil pan bolts, but also there's a bracket for the transmission. Between the transmission and the pan, it has to come off. So they look like a 15 millimeter bolts. We're going to remove the bracket, and I believe we are good to go. Okay, working on removing the bracket that's between the transmission and the oil pan. There are 15 millimeter bolts. There are 3 on each side. This is the transmission lines. There is a clip up here, plastic. Once you release the plastic clip, you're able to flex out the pipes. I have them hold down here a wire, so they are away of my way from untightening up bolts. So right now, taking out the 2 last bolts. Therefore, the bolts are out. Hopefully now the bracket can come out. I want to make sure you forget anything. Should come right out right now. Maybe a little hammering goes long ways. Be careful, you're banging, it's aluminum. There it goes. Always a little banging. Okay, so there's the bracket. This is what it's all about. And now we can have access to the flywheel and also the upper bolts in the oil pan. You can see here now it was necessary to take the bracket out. Now I just have clear way to take all the bolts out. Hopefully the pen will come backwards, but as you can see now, the pen is easy, and I think this is the best way to do then. Working on solving a knocking noise on 4.7 engine V8 on a 2000 Grand Cherokee. I have removed the oil pan and Now we can see the engine here. You can rotate the engine if you like, put the car on neutral and use a 21 millimeter by putting it the 21 millimeter on the crankshaft, and you'll be able to rotate the engine. So I rotate the engine and I found out that the noise is at the last, is all the way to the end. So when you rotate, at times you're not going to feel the that part is loose until the piston is dead top, and then it comes down a little bit. That's when you're going to feel that part is loose. You can always turn the engine clockwise. So I'm going to rotate again till it comes out. Best to take out the spark plug sometimes that it has no compression. Now I have to turn it slowly because you can hear it. It's a compression to the engine. So I'm going to go around one more time as I rotate. I test all the other ones. They're a little bit loose, but the one that makes the real noise is the last one. So give it some time to the engine to take the compression off before rotate. It's easier. You can hear it right now. It's a loud compression there. I give it a few seconds and I try again. Rotate till you see the piston coming. I'm going to do the repair here if I can. I'm going to change the bearing, and then if that doesn't work out, then the engine is out. But like I said, I will try to do the repair here by changing the bearing. Alright, I'm bringing down again the piston and keep on there. Can you hear it? You hear the movement? And you can see the movement. That's the one. You can see very far deep into the piston. Okay, I have found the knacking in the rear. One of the pistons is that the 7 or the 8. I believe it's the 8. Okay, something important. The old pieces of the old bearing are there. I don't know if you can see it by looking there. You can see the crankshaft rod bearing. They look worn or working. Holding the piston tight on the crankshaft, and if there's not enough oil going there, those things get hot and they start spinning around, and then you hear the clang clang noise. And hopefully we'll fix the problem. I'll let you know in a little while. So I will try to put these new bearings in. This one goes on the top where the piston is. If it makes a difference, good. If not, at least I try and I replaced it. But sometimes when you have a knocking noise, if you catch it early enough by replacing this $20 part, it's a Mopar, it will fix the noise on the crankshaft assembly. But there was nothing in here. It's all worn out, and when this is worn out, and the upper part as well, if you see in your oil change any glitter-like sparkles, it's because these things are worn out, and then the piston has space and makes the clang 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 noise. So it's supposed to be snapping in, and I have to take care of the other part into the engine and bolt it together. But they said the piston holding pin is worn, that's why it makes the clank clank noise. Besides this started the problem, but now the piston has to come out and replaced. So at this point we'll have to take the engine out, either overhaul it or replace the engine. Okay, we're under the engine now. You can see the other half of the piston. I gotta put the new bearing in there as well. So what I want to do is I'm going to try to snap it in. it's very hard when you work with one hand. So there's the, and this is what I have to put in there. So I'm going to try to push it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece here, the other half, and I'm going to reach out. Be careful, like I said, the engine might have compression, and I have to snap it in. One thing very important to remember is there are some grooves, you have to match it with the lower part. This is the groove down here. On this half you have these two dots. I think is for oil and lubrication. So you have to match this with the piston. So we have to match down here with the other half. So very important to remember that this means something right here. The bearing is in. Now I'm going to rotate the engine so the piston can find the crankshaft and find its way to be bolted down with the other half. I have to rotate. The upper bowl is not on there yet. It's right here. The upper bowl is still missing. So I gotta make sure that it's tight. And all set to go. I just got the engine for the first time and it sounds perfect. So I paid $2,000+ to replace the motor, spent $20, good time.